Today I'm diving in with a CrossFit inspired full body movement, the Dumbbell Man Maker. People do this exercise because it really elevates your heart rate, which is great, but if you're not doing it correctly, then you could get hurt. So let's dive in. What is a man maker? A dumbbell man maker combines several of my favorite compound exercises. So you're squatting, you're doing a plank, a push-up, a row, a clean, an overhead press. All of these together are going to work your full body. Let's dive in. I'm going to walk you through specifically how to do the dumbbell man maker, and then I'm going to take you through several points of things that you want to make sure that you're doing correctly so you have really good forms. Okay, so I've got some dumbbells here for the dumbbell man makers. You begin your setup by standing, feet about shoulder width apart, chest is lifted, take that deep breath in, lifting your rib cage, core is nice and tight, activated, and a small rotation under with your hips, so you're lifting up. Another thing with your knees, I want to make sure that you're not super bending your knees, but you're not locking out either. So from this starting position, we're squatting down, allowing the dumbbells to rest on the ground. To begin your man maker, you're going to either jump or step back into a plank position. You're going into a push-up, keeping your elbows in nice and tight, coming back up. Then you're rowing, so it's a row on each side, stepping or jumping back together, cleaning the dumbbells up into a squat, dumbbells come to your shoulders, and then pressing up overhead. You return to the bottom through a squat and back down. So that's one full rep of a dumbbell man maker. The first thing that I see women do wrong with a dumbbell man maker is the positioning of the dumbbells. These should be right under your shoulders, not too far apart, not too close together, and not splayed out to the sides or turned in. So dumbbells, since you're going to be having these in your hands for the push-up, they need to be straight underneath your shoulders throughout the movement. The second thing I see people struggle with on a dumbbell man maker is the plank position. So when you're in the plank portion of the man maker, a couple things to avoid. You don't want your hips going too high or dipping down. Just like a regular push-up or a plank position that you would do in any other movement or alone, you want that straight line, shoulders down to your ankles. So you're squeezing here, everything is nice and straight throughout. With foot placement in the plank portion, it's going to depend on how difficult you want this to be. So if your feet are totally together, you have a lot less stability when you go to row. And you might find that you're putting too much weight on one side or the other. Start with your feet a bit wider apart and come together as you get better at this, as you get stronger. So you don't want to be too far with it, but the further apart your feet are, the more stability you have and the more assistance you have with that row portion. I also see people not getting the most out of the dumbbell man maker by not going through full extension, both in the squat and in the overhead press. So when you're in those portions of the movement, dumbbells are here, come all the way down so that your hips are sitting low, but your chest is still lifted. So you're ideally trying to get at least to that parallel horizontal with the ground there. And then fully extending up overhead. Not overextending, but really reaching straight up and getting a full extension there. So the squat portion is down deep, the press is all the way up. And the last thing that I see people doing is that they're not modifying when they need to. This is a tough movement. You're going to get out of breath, and it's really going to challenge you, both your full body and your cardiovascular endurance. Modify when you need to. I'm going to take man makers up to full speed for you. So you're starting in that lifted position, chest is up, and let's go. So down, you're jumping back, push up, row, row, back in, clean, press, back to the clean squat, and down, and jump back, push up, row, row, jump it in, clean, reach. One of the great things about Manmakers is that you can modify this exercise to do it at most any level. So start with modifications if you need and work up from there. I'll take you through the modifications. So you're starting in that same anatomical position, lifted nice and tall, and go through the squat. So you're squatting down, dumbbells are resting. So the first modification is that instead of jumping back, you can step back. So step, step. And then from here, the push-up is next. Take it to your knees. Keep that straight line, shoulders down to your knees though. Elbows are tucked in nice and tight, and push up down and back up. And then you can stay on your knees for the row if you're modifying. Row the dumbbell up, really squeezing your shoulder blades, get that scapular retraction. From here, go back to a plank, step in, clean the dumbbells up to your shoulders, then just do a small dip. You don't have to do a full squat, and press overhead. Back down, small squat, just a knee bend really, and bring the dumbbells back down. So it's step back, back, down to your knees, push up, row, row, back up to your feet, step in, clean the dumbbells up, small squat, press up, back down, and bring it down. Finally, if you want to modify this, you can use lighter dumbbells instead of heavier ones, or do it with no weight at all. I promise, you're going to find Dumbbell Man Makers to be challenging, no matter how you're doing them, if you're using good form. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out. And what's next? Let's make sure you've got more good form. Check out this one.